Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel to another episode of Darkfire Heroes, and today we want to do another hero breakdown. Today we want to look at Yera. So we will talk about her base stats as well as her skills and her hero power, and for sure we want to look at her ratings in the different modes, and I will tell you which items you should equip to her to make the best out of her. So thank you guys for tuning in, really appreciate it. If someone else is new here, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for free to my channel. We are close to 700 subs. And it would be cool if we can get it soon. Let's get ahead and have a look at Yera. Since I leveled up out of the first bracket, I have leveled her up and she's right now level 22. Coming to her background story, Yera was left to drown, but magically the waters embraced her and saved her. One deals splash damage when she kills an enemy, and that already gives us, as at every hero, a good background. So she's causing magical damage and she's using a wand to cause some splash damage when she kills an opponent. Right now she's level 22 and I could max her to level 25, but I have no experience points left right now. She is from the water element and right now with the power of 3869. She's a common card and you can unlock her as soon as you reach level 9. So when you reach level 9, you have the chance to pull her out of one of the chests. And she's a good hero if you have not unlocked Mala. So that can be a good decision for the early game. But we will come back to that later on. At level 22, she got a health pool of 775, a defense of 86, and a base protection of 861. And that amount of protection is crazy. And that is why she is especially useful at the PvP modes, where you often get CC on your heroes, and especially for the free spells, even they are not that used right now. With that high protection, she is not frozen that long. She's causing 116 damage as a base value with a 1.8 seconds attack speed. So that means at level 10 she got an DPS, damage per second, of 27.78, which makes her to really good damage dealer. That's her main role. Furthermore, she is causing magical damage, as we already said, and she is not a ranged hero. She's causing melee damage, which makes her a little bit weak at some circumstances, but most of the parts she's really powerful. Coming to her hero power, and that's definitely one point which makes her how strong she is. Large wave damages enemies and pushes them back, called the water wave, and the target is zone, and it is with the angle, or it's deployed with the angle of 45 degrees, so straight forward in an angle of 45, so it's spreading a little bit to the outsides. And the damage, or the base damage of the hero power at level 22 is 129, causing magical damage, and the knockback is medium. And if you already see it in parallel, the knockback is quite nice, and it will help you at the medium-sized groups with a little bit tougher enemies, which she cannot one-shot, to push them a little bit back. Coming to her skills, for sure she has 4 different skills. My level up or skill level up is maybe not the best, but we will have a look at after we fight with her which skills you should max out first. So the first one is called Waveborne. For each water hero, including Yera, increases damage of water wave. Damage increased by plus 10%, 15%, and plus 20%. So that is giving you nearly or even the double amount to your hero power when you're using Yera with 4 additional water heroes, which might be some kind of hard, but maybe with Isepe and Lears together can be a good combo to get some additional damage on max level to your hero power. And as I said, 20% 5 times, that's 100% in addition on top, and that would already be nearly 260 damage. And that's just the base value. If we multiply that with the items on top, can be really powerful. The next one is called Spellbreaker. Yera gains increased protection, and that's a percent way, 10, 20, and 40%. And as we already looked at the base value, now only got the 10% extra. It is just crazy. She's getting 40% on top. Furthermore, improved focus On as a third skill, Yera gains a bonus to auto attack damage, +7, +15, +22. Sadly, it is a fixed value, not a percentage value, which would be insane. But if we compared it, +22 on a max rank, and we are right now 116 damage, that's a little bit less than 20% on top. And to be honest, that is not bad. She is quite a fast attacker. That's why the base damage itself is not that high, but with the fast attack speed, she is quite powerful. And the last one, maybe the important skill, the most important skill, is called Extra 4. We know it from other heroes. If Yera kills an enemy with an auto attack, Yera gains charge. Cooldown 1.5 seconds. So she's gaining right now 20% charge, and you will see it in parallel. That is quite a lot, and on the max rank it will be 30%. And with that, attack speed of 1.8, and for sure this one has a cooldown of 1.5, so we are only limited with the attack speed. That can boost your hero power quite a lot, that you can use it much more often. And with the additional boost of the damage, the hero power is her core. She got 2 attack slots, 1 defense and 2 magical slots. And we want to look at her after we fight in the arena, which items are equipped to her. But first of all, let's go to the hero race, which is her best mode. Just equip the heroes and just start a game. If you're curious why I'm using Adeline and not Lears, Lears could be better, but I simply have not that much flat damage increasing items. I could have used Lears instead of Yera and just exchange the items. But for now, that's it, and we just want to focus on Yera to point out what makes her that strong. Starting the game, I don't know which map is there today. We don't have an additional water boost, and we're playing against the bot, but that's okay. This map should be quite nice, as there are some large size opponents where she will be really helpful. And starting directly into it, even most of these skeletons already died. You can see it. That is just crazy. Now if she causes a melee attack with the splash damage, that is just insane. We don't even need to use our hero ability there. With the splash damage, she's killing more than 1 skeleton per hit. That is just crazy. When she kills the opponent, she's causing splash damage, and with that splash damage she's causing even further damage, and on that level she can definitely one hit with the splash damage. This level is quite good for her, as these beetles are taking more magical damage, and she is for sure taking or causing magical damage. That's why she can be quite good here. I'm for sure I'm not playing it in the best way, but it is a boss, and we already can finish the tower with the Adeline's attack. So that was the simple gameplay of her. Just try to use her hero power on the large sized groups. It will be especially helpful at campaigns and at levels where a large group of opponents are waiting for you. And that's why I'm using her there still quite often, because she's one of the rare, for the early and mid game, magical damage dealers. Huge splash or AoE damage is perfect, at least for me. So now that we have seen her gameplay, let's have a look at her ratings and which skill to max out first. So if we have a look at it, you will now see all the different modes with a rating in behind, and skill 1 to 4 with a 1 to 3 number inside. The 1 to 3 gives you a hint which level I can recommend. And yeah, if you have a look at her, the overall rating is an A. That is depending on the different sub ratings. At campaign she got the B. Even I would see that B not as a flat B. For some levels she's worse than B. Especially those levels where are tanky enemies taking more physical damage, she's kinda useless. But for those levels where there are larger groups of enemies, especially these enemies taking more magical damage, she's definitely better than a B. She can be like I think an A, maybe an S minus somewhere. But in average, the B is okay for me. So I can recommend her to use her at campaign on different circumstances. Furthermore, at race she is insane with the S+, especially at those levels where you got those opponents taking further magical damage. At castle she is not that nice to use, but with a C rating she can be okay, especially in the early game when water is boosted and you leveled her anyway. At boss, it is highly depending on the opponent boss. With the B+ rating I'm totally fine with that. He's especially useful against those bosses which you're taking further magical damage, as the amount of damage dealers which are causing magical damage is not that much, especially if you don't max out all the heroes. That's why you can use her, but for those bosses which are taking more physical damage, she might not be that good. At levels, she is quite good with a B+ as well. With the wave, you can clear up especially the lower levels quite good, and the later the level gets and your wave maybe does not one-shot the opponents, the worse she may get. But for the early game levels, I definitely can recommend her. And at the waves, she only got the E, while I say E is a little bit too bad for her. In some circumstances, I did even use her because of the splash magical damage. In some circumstances, she is nice to use, but for the most of the circumstances, she's not good to use at all because she's a melee damage dealer, and you already got your Luke. You may even get another one. I got Yera as a melee fighter in waves. So there, most likely you go with your tank, a healer, and 3 damage dealers, which are causing distance damage. That's why she got only the E rating there. So which skill to max out first? Coming to the first one, we already talked about that skill, that is the Waveborne skill, boosting the damage of the hero power. And for sure, at every single mode beside waves where I cannot recommend her, you can max out that skill, and this will increase your damage output really highly. And as I already said, if you equip only water heroes like in the elemental or in the deeper dungeons, you will get 100% damage on top. Her second skill, the Spellbreaker, she gains protection. I only can recommend that for the both PvP modes where every single value counts, especially you will not be that frozen that long. That's why she can that skill can be useful there, but beside that, that is not really useful. And we have as next the third skill, Improved Focus, where she gets the bonus on auto attack. We already learned that's nearly 20%. I can recommend that for every level, and it will help you for every mode. That will help you to be even better, especially at the boss. You will improve your damage. Coming to the last skill, Extra Effort. If Yera kills an enemy with an auto attack, Yera gains charge. For sure, that will help you all beside the boss. At boss, most likely there are not that many opponents, and whenever you kill the boss, it's over anyway. So the chance of killing a little enemy and gain further charge will not be just that high, and even if you charged up your ulti will not be that helpful at bosses anyway, that you cannot push back the opponent, and the damage output is not that high. So that's why I would not level up that skill for that certain mode, but for the other mode it's good. How you should now level up her in the most efficient way if you need to save some resources? I would recommend to go for the first 2 skills with only level 1. The increased protection, she got an insane base protection, so that is a nice add-on, but not a must-have. For the first one, she's causing already high damage output with her hero power, and if you're not playing her with additionally water heroes, the add-on would only be 20% on the max level. That is not that much. That's why you can focus on the other skills and go for 1 level. On the third skill, the auto attack damage, I think the 20 or nearly 20% is really nice, so I would max out that skill. And the most important one is to max out the last one, that you can use her wave or her hero power quite often. That's why you should max out this one. So after now, we have had a look at her different skills, her ratings. Let's have a look at the items I've equipped to her. And it is quite simple. Go for raw % damage to add up everything to her base attack as well as to her hero power. As you already can see, at the base attack we got the 15 from her hero power, and we now got additionally 203. So that is over the double amount, so that's like nearly times 2 of the base damage. So we can double up her base damage. That is really crazy. And if we have a look at the water wave, for sure that one gets added up as well. That's in combination with the first skill, which increases the damage as well. This hero power will help you even at the medium-sized groups with causing quite a lot magical damage. So we have equipped the Blood Goblet just because of the main focus of damage, raw damage %. You can go there for sure for the Trollsbane ring. It will help you, as next we got the Firebender with an additional 25% and 2 times Scroll of the Moon, which we got at the last weekend event with again additional 25% each roll. And we can go at every item slot for percentage damage or even for raw damage if you have not that many epic items to just boost the damage output of Yera. Quite simple and easy, but she is extremely powerful. So now it's your turn, guys. What do you think about Yera? Is she good to worse? Please let me know in the comment section. And please let me know which hero I should do a guide on. So thank you guys that you have watched the video until now. I wish you all the best and we will see us in the next episode of Darkfire Heroes.